32-bit era of video games seems so new in my mind, yet was so long ago, and has a special place in my gaming heart. Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us on the D-Star01 channel. I'm your host Dexter Arafiles, and today we'll be looking at two figures from Figma, and that is Sarah Bryant and Yuki Akira from Virtua Fighter 1. When I first saw these figures, I was amazed that Figma would be making figures from a game that was released in 1993. I loved Virtua Fighter for my Sega Saturn, so I had to see what these figures were all about. So the question is, did Figma recreate these characters in figure form in vain due to the Virtua Fighter series being an unpopular series? Let's find out in this toy review of Player 2 versions of Yuki Akira and Sarah Bryant from Virtua Fighter by Figma.
Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us once again on the D-Star01 channel. I'm your host Dexter Arafiles, and today we're going to be looking at two figures, and they're from my favorite fighting series, Virtua Fighter. And what we have here is the Player 2 version of Yuki Akira and Sarah Bryant. These figures were announced kind of under the radar, and no one really noticed that they came out. In fact, not very many toy shops had them, except for
MHToyshop.com. The best selection, the best prices, only at MHToyshop.com. Link in the description below.
But despite that, I wanted to get these. I was looking forward to them. I thought their design was really cool. So let's go look into them and let's see if they're worth your money.
If you have never played Virtua Fighter 1, it can be hard to understand how these figures are designed. Characters from Virtua Fighter are incredibly polygonal, and back in the day these graphics were phenomenal and the game was a look into the future. The design of these figures represents that past when the polygon look of video games was in, and Figma has captured it beautifully and most importantly, nostalgically. These figures are amazing looking with their polygon edges and detail giving them a very 32-bit look to them. Also, since they have a polygon look, they give off a unique sense of shading since light reflects off them differently when compared to a standard humanoid-like figure. Individually, let's start with Akira. The Player 2 gi is white with some gray undertones and an overall matte finish with no shine to him at all. His wristbands, belt, spiky hair, and headband don't really make him look unique because let's face it, he's a Ryu clone. Although, if you played the game, he plays nothing like Ryu from Street Fighter. Therefore, his simple look is contrasted by how difficult he is to play and master in Virtua Fighter 1. Sarah is my second favorite character, second to her brother Jackie. And I'm glad I picked her second player look as I dig the ripped jeans and halter top look. Much like Akira, she too has an overall matte finish and looks very video game accurate with her simple colors of her blue jeans with exaggerated rips and flat black top. Her hair is also video game accurate and is sculpted very well. Overall, I honestly did not expect much from these figures at first, but after opening them, they are a joy to play and pose with, and I wish these toys existed when I was still playing my Saturn as a teenager.
So here we are with the Figma Virtua Fighter Player 2 version action figures, and we're going to go through articulation and scale. So let's get the scale out of the way. What we're looking at here for Akira, he is roughly 5.5 inches. And when we look at Sarah Bryant here, she is 5.25, maybe a little more. So let's see how they scale with other figures. I have a Soda Toys Evil Ryu here, towers over both of them, so it looks like he doesn't scale well. I do know that the Soda Toys do scale well with Marvel Legends, so they probably don't look good with Marvel Legends figures. But if you look at them next to Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku, they scale really well together. So they work well with Figure Arts Dragon Ball Z characters. So let's talk about articulation. Let's start with Akira. So they all feature the roller joint, and what I really like about Akira is if you look here, look at my pick. that this sleeve of his pant really covers up this joint, which is really nice, and I love how that covers up. And because it's so polygonal in design, that it just looks natural. So I really like what Figma has done here with Akira's overall design. So we have roller joint here on his ankle, roller joint on the knee, and we have a ball joint on his upper leg. We have 2 midsection articulations. These are a little bit loose, but nothing to complain about. They're just a little, not too much. Not like Mayfix figures, you know what I mean? So we have a peg ball joint here, so you can change the arms, roller joint for the elbow, ball joint here for the shoulder, and of course we have 2 joints here for the neck. Now Sarah Bryant really has the same thing. She also has the midsection and all the roller joints and everything, but she doesn't have that over like Akira, that pant cover, which is fine because this covers it up anyway. See, it does really well. But she has one extra articulation when compared to the 2. She has a ponytail articulation, which is just another roller joint. So yeah, I really like these figures. They look really cool. I honestly didn't expect much from them because from the pictures, they don't look that good. But when holding them, playing with them for the last couple of days, I am really starting to like these figures, and I really hope that we get more characters. I mean, it's a long shot because we haven't gotten a Virtua Fighter game in a very long time, but hopefully we'll get more, and hopefully we'll get my main Jackie. So there we have it, articulation scale for Virtua Fighter figures, Player 2 versions.
An extra head, stand, and 8 hands. Well, that's it. We don't get much at all, and honestly that is expected from these figures, as what else would you need, as a game like Virtua Fighter lacks the flashiness of a Hadouken or the flair of the Tekken games. I do not have a problem with this, as I really enjoy Virtua Fighter's look and reminds me of a simpler time in fighting games, and these figures capture that feel. So let's look at what they do have. The heads are a simple expression of angry and contrast their neutral face, as you see here. No other faces is necessary, as they really did not have much expression besides these faces in the games. While I rarely look at hands in my reviews, I would like to note that I love these hands because they are so blocky and they fit the look of these figures perfectly. Overall, I love that these figures are so simple and so different than anything I have in my collection, and honestly, they do not disappoint.
So let's break down these figures of the Yuki Akira and Sarah Bryant by Figma Player 2 versions. Now I wanted to start off with some negatives, but I gotta be honest with you. I really don't have much to say negative about these figures because they are an acquired taste, and that taste is something that I've acquired by nostalgically loving all of the Virtua Fighter games. And these figures are perfect. I mean, the way they look in terms of polygons and just how they look like they jumped right out of my Sega Saturn screen. So, I don't know, I don't really want to say anything bad about them. I mean, if you didn't like the polygon look, then obviously these figures are not for you. So, I'm gonna have to give these a rating, and this is definitely an acquired taste rating of 9 out of 10 B-stars. And the reason why I didn't want to give it a full 10 is because honestly, I wish these came with more of maybe a piece of the stage from the game. I guess that's just something that I wish it came with, but obviously that's something we will not get. Anyway, thank you for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And Figma, if you're hearing me out, please bring more of these. I definitely want Jackie in my next figure. Thank you so much. Have a good one.
Hey you! Thanks for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Where? Right here. Not there, right here. You. And thanks for watching. So, rate, comment, and subscribe. Right here, right there, right here. Yeah.